Jack Knight winners. This is Jack Frost University. Looks like the sun's going down in Boulder, Colorado. I guess you can't really see it well with the... It looks good. So, it's kind of dark. I wanted to talk about... this is going to be a video in my series entitled 66 Reasons to Hate the Federal Government, London, and Rome. Okay, and this is actually a topic that's actually kind of near and dear to my heart because something that just kind of aggravates me and really kind of makes me angry. I think it's one of those many things that just makes me feel angry. I just have anger issues regarding this. I don't know why I take it so seriously, but I just do. So, 66 reasons to hate the federal government, London, and Rome. The medical sector, the medical community, the medical sector, okay, the pharmaceutical sectors. So, I want to talk about like what makes a successful business first, in order to understand, so I can properly convey my thoughts on this. If you look around at all this, okay, for one, it's not easy to have a successful business model, okay? But the most important factor in a successful business model is repeat clients, okay? Mass market, repeat purchase, okay? And you don't actually need the mass market side of this, but you need the repeat purchase, okay? If you take a look around at all of this, the successful businesses that have not failed, but they're still in business after 10 or 20 years, you take a look at them, and you know, we're talking Starbucks, we're talking about Taco Bell, McDonald's, Burger King, P.F. Chang's, Applebee's, TGI Fridays. We're talking about your phone company, AT&T, Singular, Wireless, whatever. All of these businesses are still around, and they're still very successful for one reason: repeat customers. That means customers keep coming back, okay? If everyone in the whole city went to, let's say, like Applebee's or something, but that was it, just that one time, okay? The whole city went to Applebee's, okay? Big city, metropolitan city. We're talking about big city. Went to one Applebee's, okay? Just one time, and never went back again. Never. They would be out of business in 2 years, 2, 3, maybe 4 years, okay? That's just not how business works, okay? In order to have a successful business, you must have the kind of business where people keep coming back over and over again, okay? Your electric companies are in business because why? Because every month you're sending them money. Your phone companies are in business because every month you're sending them money, okay? Restaurants, fast food, sodas, drinks. It all exists because of a repeat clients over and over again. The same people going back. They keep going back. So now we'll switch over and talk about the medical, okay? The medical companies, okay, your doctor's office even, it's the same way. They can't stay in business if they fix you. If you go in, you're having a problem. If they go in and they fix you, and you never come back, they're out of business, okay? It doesn't work, okay? And this is, so it just doesn't work. It's not a successful business model. They have to keep you coming back, folks. Like, pay attention to this. And open your minds and your brains a little bit. The medical sector is broken. It's damaged. To me, I think it's just corrupt. The pharmaceutical companies, and you know, it's funny because drug dealers all know this. Drug dealers know that you give your first client a free sample, okay? Whatever it is, cocaine, marijuana, meth, heroin. They buddy up with you, and they give you your first sample free. Here, try this, right? That's how it works. They get you hooked on that free sample. Well, if you look at the doctor's offices all over the planet, especially in America, if you know how it works, the pharmaceutical companies they'll make some new drug, and they'll pay these marketers. They'll pay these agents to go to these doctors' offices all throughout the country and peddle their drugs. And what do? They give the first sample for free. Okay, they give 20 packages of, fluoxetine or whatever, make some shit up. Okay, they peddle their drugs and they give the first sample free. Okay, these pharmaceutical companies, they pay someone to go office to office to office to office to office and peddle their drugs. Okay, they're white collar drug dealers is what they are. Okay. People are hurting out there. That's the thing. If you live in, if you don't leave your house, or if you're sheltered and you just don't go out, I guess you wouldn't notice if you don't have any friends. But if you get out and move around in the world, you'll see people are hurting. There's people out there that have, lung cancer, okay, breast cancer. There's women out there that get their womanhood taken away from them. They're getting their breasts cut off. Okay. There's people that get lung cancer and they've never smoked a cigarette in their lives. There's people out there with multiple sclerosis. I've seen them hunched over. Their backs all hunched over, Fibromyalgia. There's people out there with Lyme disease, lupus. There's people out there with STDs, HIV. And and what pisses me off is I'm fairly healthy. I've got my back's always out of adjustment, but I'm that sucks, but I feel like I've always been pretty healthy, with exception to my back always being out of alignment. But it's like, there's people out there seriously hurting, and it just fucking pisses me off so bad to know that that the country itself, that the federal government, doesn't give a flying fuck. The congressmen don't give a fuck. Okay? Because they're all living the high life. Okay? There's people hurting out there, and I've bumped into them, okay? And they're not getting fixed, because if you go to a doctor's office and you're like, hey, I'm hurting, can you help? Can you help out? And they, the only thing they're going to do is give you a box of pills, some pills. That's it. You know why they love these pills? You know why doctors' offices just love these pills so much? Because it's like Walmart. It's a business. They don't take up much space, okay? Walmart cares about price, profit per square foot. That was their big thing. When Sam Walton created Walmart, that was his big thing. We need to squeeze as much profit we need to get as much profit as we can per aisle, per square foot of the store, okay? That's why doctors' offices love these pills. They don't take up any space. And because you're not getting cured, repeat purchase. They come back. It's great, man. They can even mail this shit out in the mail. They don't even have to give it to you in person anymore. That's so fucking crooked. I mean, that is just so crooked. And no one seems to give a damn. I don't know what these congressmen are doing. Who are you helping exactly, I don't get it. So, that's a big thing to me. It's a big problem. I see it as a big problem. So it's a conflict of interest, People aren't getting cured because there's no money in it. So the only people that can actually heal others are doing it for free. Okay? It's horrible. It really is. It's horrible. Congressmen, they're not doing anything. They all take their money from the lobbyists. All these lobbyists, that's the job of the Secretary of State. Her job, what her job is? To select and filter out the lobbyists. Wow, what a fucking hero. Really? Things have been that fucking corrupt? So I guess it was never really about the people. Never is. Never is, never was. And, there's a lot, I'm sure there's a lot of natural cures out there, a lot of organic cures, plants, and there's practitioners out there, but, that's another problem is that, yeah, you can go there and you can pay $120 an hour to get cured by a homeopathic remedy or homeopathic medicine or some natural cure. Okay, I've been watching some YouTube channels that say that cancer can't even exist in an alkaline environment. Our diets are heavily acidic. We have a acidic diet, especially if you eat fast food, you know, like you're a construction worker or something on the run, and you're eating fast food a lot, you know, it's a lot of acid in the body. We need to like reverse that and saturate our body with a lot of alkaline. They say alkaline can't even, they say nothing bad can exist in an alkaline environment, okay? But, you know, if you go to a homeopathic place where they give a homeopathic remedy or something, you know, it costs, insurance doesn't cover that. Isn't that funny? Why do you think that is? Crooked ass, corrupt congressmen and senators and House of Representatives. That's why. You know, don't lie to yourself. It's because they're crooked. They're in bed. They only give a damn about money. It's a money game. Okay? Laws of the seas. Commerce. Laws of commerce. The Holy See. It's all about money. You're nothing but a QSIP number. Okay? All security instruments have to have a QSIP number. Some kind of an identifier. Your birth certificate. Your social security number. It has red numbers on the back. Alphanumeric sequence, alphanumeric codes, okay? That's a QSIP number, C-U-S-I-P, QSIP number. You're traded. You're just a commodity. They treat us like commodities. We're just security instruments, that's all. There's a reason why it costs $200 to go to a homeopathic office. There's a reason why it's so expensive to get a real cure for cancer, for lupus, for Lyme disease, for STDs. They're out there. They've been out there. They know how to cure these things. They know how. But they don't give a shit because it's about that fucking money. It's about bank. Okay? They're not going to give up their control. There's a reason why your insurance does not cover homeopathic remedies. There's a reason. They're not going to let it happen, ever. Okay? They're never going to let it happen. So it costs you $200 to go to a homeopathic office, okay? As opposed to going to a doctor, it's a $10 copay. You know, there's a reason for that, okay? You're just an asset traded around on the stock exchange. No one's getting cured. That's pretty pathetic. I think it's pretty sad. What a pathetic generation I think we live in. No one's really willing to stand up and do anything about this. So, when you see the yellow vest and Antifa doing something, hey, whatever. Violence is a universal currency. It works, okay? I don't care what their reasons are as long as they just keep doing it. You know what I mean? That's what really brings change. Okay? That's what really brings change in. So, yeah, that's disappointing that our insurance just doesn't cover it. They don't want you to have a cure. They don't want you to be fixed. They want that repeat business. So, I've met people with lupus, man, and that's rough. Especially when you know there's a cure. Especially when you know there's a cure. And they just hide it, and they buy the patents, and they bury it. And anyone who tries to do anything about it gets murdered. You know, people who try to get into Congress and do something about it. Murdered. I'll be doing more videos on the amount of people that have been murdered, man. There's a lot of people out there. I'll talk about that's another topic. All right, later.